wow, this might actually be a win for Donald Trump. Now, there might be some on the left who are upset at me covering this, but my goal is to cover everything neutrally and as in the middle as possible. And take a look at this. As we've published here on ehack.com, this is probably a win for Trump. Now, I want to apologize that previously I posted a video that was a misunderstanding of the news that broke. I thought there was a ruling on the Colorado case. That's entirely my fault. For that, I apologize. It was rectified very, very quickly, and therefore we are now posting this video. And an update also is on eHack, clarifying exactly what's going on. So Jack Smith, in the Trump indictment number 3, was basically just issued a loss. To catch you up to speed, Donald Trump basically got indicted for obstructing an official U.S. proceeding. You could actually see that original indictment right here. See on ehack.com, it says link to original case number 3. My goal is to make it very easy and simple for you. And look, oh wow. Conspiracy to defraud the U.S., conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction of an attempt to obstruct an official proceeding, and conspiracy against rights. Now, Special Counsel Jack Smith, stumbling over my words, I guess I need some more coffee here. Special Counsel Jack Smith was hoping to speed up extinguishing Donald Trump's immunity claim in this indictment number 3. See, if Donald Trump wins an immunity claim, the entire indictment number 3 might be thrown out, because essentially Donald Trump would be arguing, I can't be held criminally accountable for those things you just alleged because as president, I was immune to any of those claims. Now, that's really just a defensive claim against that lawsuit. So it's kind of like you've got a case going, and then this tangent pops up that says, well, this doesn't apply anyway because I'm immune. And so now there's a negotiation going around on that tangent, not on the actual case. It's on the tangent, which obviously relates to the case, because if you win the tangent, the case goes away. So Donald Trump is pushing for that. Jack Smith is like, look, ordinarily we would have to appeal this tangent because Judge Jokin, she already denied that, right? She already denied that Donald Trump was immune. So Donald Trump appeals and is like, no, I think I am immune. And Jack Smith is like, look, this is just going to end up going to the Federal Court of Appeals, and then it's going to end up at the Supreme Court. Why don't we just cut the chase and get it to go to the Supreme Court so we can get things moving along? Donald Trump is like, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't take away my right to due process. It's my right to appeal to a federal appeals court. And then if we want to appeal their ruling, then we can appeal to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court, in just a one-line decision today, decided, yeah, Trump's right here. So that's actually a win for Trump. That, no, Jack Smith, you can't speed this up. It needs to go to the appeals court first, to a federal appeals court first. Now, that will be done, and arguments will be heard starting January 9th, and we have no idea how long the appeals court is going to take. If they make a decision pretty quickly, within a week or two, then this will be probably right back at the Supreme Court's desk pretty quickly. But the Supreme Court just kicked this can down the road and said, look, we're not getting involved until you actually follow the way the system is supposed to work. Jack Smith is like, yo, but we have a court date, like a trial date set for March 4th. Which happens to be the day before Super Tuesday, which is a very politically important day. And the Supreme Court, basically in denying Jack Smith and Judge Shokin's request to speed this up, basically says, we don't care what your trial date is. Follow the law. If the law says after a judge denies something that you appeal, it goes to a federal court, a federal appeals court. Since this is a federal case. So that's the process we're going to take. So, obviously, Donald Trump and the Trump camp are going to brand this as a big win. Because, quite frankly, it is. Because it could have been a loss. And not having a loss is, in essence, a win, right? So, it is a win for Trump. Now, in sort of as neutral as a possible manner, it's worth noting that that should be true for everyone. If some prosecutor was coming after you and you appealed a judge's decision, that prosecutor shouldn't be able to skip layers just because they want to get the trial over faster. So I actually think this was the right decision by the Supreme Court. They're not directly supporting Donald Trump. They're directly supporting the right to due process. But Donald Trump is going to brand this as Ha! Supreme Court sides with Trump on t-shirts and advertising right over the holidays and Christmas and everything. So, oh snap, great opportunity for Donald Trump. Now, usually, at least Politico argues that appeals courts are generally very slow. In fact, here, they argue appeals courts have a reputation for being slow. However, they argue that they've been moving a lot faster on Trump-related issues, probably because we know we're in the midst of an election cycle here. So another thing to keep in mind. Now, something else that you could watch for as we continue to update information on ehack.com, well, a couple things. Now you can also link to individual posts. So if you want to go in here and share, for example, one of these original individual posts, you could do that and it'll pull you right to the story, which is kind of cool because let's just say you're over here at the Colorado Presents Real Problems for the Supreme Court piece, which you'd have to scroll down quite a bit for. You could just right click, copy that link directly. So, we'll copy link address right here. And then let's say you're scrolling around on some other website. I don't know, let's just say you're for some reason on the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal, whatever. And then you're like, oh, I want to share this link with somebody. Boom, it takes you right down to that section really fast. It's kind of cool, pretty excited about it. So check that out at ehack.com and I'll keep posting more updates over there as well. Quick side note and freebie as well, Nick T did post something pretty cool, and I'm just going to mention that really quickly in this video because even though I know this is a politics video, I figure I want to let everybody know what Goldman Sachs just said, which Nick T just tweeted out. He's the NikiLeaks guy, the guy that is often considered the whistleblower of whatever the Fed is doing. So if the Fed says something, hey, we're seeing this, he tweets it, and he worked for the Wall Street Journal. Take a look at this. U.S. Daily, could inflation fall below 2% from Goldman Sachs? And Goldman Sachs is arguing that with November's inflation reports and their accompanying revisions in hand, we now see a below 2% core PCE inflation report plausible. In like plain English, it's basically saying, look, we might actually be under the Fed's target way faster than we think, which might mean that interest rates could come down way faster than we previously thought. Kinda cool, something to pay attention to, and of course, subscribe for more. Thanks so much, goodbye.
Why not advertise these things that you told us here? I feel like nobody else knows about this.
We'll try a little advertising and see how it goes.
Congratulations, man. You have done so much. People love you. People look up to you.
Kevin Paffrath there, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Always great to get your take.